There are no degrees in trust and safety yet, but there are a lot of resources. While doing the work is the usual way to get experience, outside of work experience, here's how to get the skills you need to land the job. I have framed this resource so it's useful for everyone, whether you're fresh out of college, have some experience in adjacent field, and want to move into a trust and safety team, or a seasoned practitioner who wants to keep up with how the industry is evolving. I'll break the resources into 4 sections. Industry guides and packaged resources that are meant specifically for trust and safety professionals. This will help start you off. In section 2, using industry outcomes like public community guidelines and transparency and safety reports that are all deliverables made by trust and safety professionals. This will give you the best picture of outcomes. Next, we'll look at ways to build commonly requested skills like policy development and data skills that are helpful to everyone in the industry, from a moderator to an engineer, as well as certifications that may help. Finally, I'll share topical resources. These will tell you what's being talked about in trust and safety and buzzy topics like AI and regulation. Podcasts, magazines, and following posts from industry contributors will keep you up to date. Now that we know the 4 types of resources that will get you ready to enter the industry, let's get started. In the first section, we'll look at industry guides and packaged resources that are meant specifically for trust and safety professionals. Since new ones keep coming up, I recommend searching for trust, safety, risk resources in search, YouTube or LinkedIn to keep tabs on what is new. TSPA's Trust and Safety curriculum has been a very helpful resource, especially if you're targeting social media trust and safety roles. It covers the broadest range of any material I have come across. Jeff Dunn, a senior trust and safety professional who founded the Trust and Safety Network, also has a Trust and Safety Starter Kit page that has overviews of the industry and helpful links. Since this is a rapidly evolving list, I recommend bookmarking Alice Hunsberger's Everything in Moderation website, which has a page called All My Trust and Safety Career Links in one place. It's one of the best structured collections of links which include industry resources and refreshes often. For risk and fraud, the Association of Certified Fraud Examiners have a page full of free training and resources. Robert Miles runs a YouTube channel on AI safety, and his video titled Intro to AI Safety is worth a watch. I have given all the links in the description. Spend a full day browsing through these 4 resources and spend time on what you find interesting. You will be able to speak the language of trust and safety as well as risk. Use keywords in your talking points and resume, as well as understand what these teams do. It's also important to learn the laws of the market you want to work in. If you're in Europe, read about GDPR and DSA. If you're working for the US job market, learn basics of CDA and Koppula. There may be many state laws or country laws that are specific to your market. Unless you're a specialist in a field, a one-pager view is enough. You are now ready for more focused job prep. In section 2, you will look at publicly shared work by professional trust and safety teams. This is preparation through outcome, like how architects prepare in their trade by studying the building constructed before. First, we'll look at policies. For most social media companies, these take the form of their community guideline or product policy. If you're short on time, just read the ones of the role you're applying to and from competitors. For Meta, YouTube, and Uber, they call these community guidelines. Twitter or X call these rules and policies. OpenAI calls these usage policies. Each line of these documents is a decision made by trust and safety professionals along with the business stakeholders. Not every industry publishes the list of decisions so clearly, so take advantage of this. Ask yourself the following questions. What was the need for this decision? What behavior is this policy intended to stop? Can you imagine how this could be enforced? Would you have worded this policy differently? This will take time and practice, so take a notebook and get started. You can spend up to 4 hours just in this activity, but you'll come out of this exercise with a lot of insight. Next, we'll look at safety and transparency reports. Marketplaces like Uber and services like Yelp publish something called safety report. Meta publishes a very detailed transparency report, especially if you want to answer questions around KPIs, metrics, and volumes. These reports are very helpful. They also help you understand the scope of the operation. I recommend spending 1 hour each going through the Uber safety report and the Meta transparency report and note each metric or KPI that they are measuring. Ask yourself, what does this KPI tell me? Does the company want this metric to go up or down? Rank the KPIs you have seen in order or priority. By now, you'll be feeling much more confident. You got the basic down already. We'll move to section 3, building role-based skills. This is building skills like policy writing and data skills that are not unique to trust and safety but can help. SQL skills always help, and I'm a big fan of W3 schools. I have used the website for over 10 years and they always have had a free option. I recommend spending as little or as much time on this. You can spend years or decades getting a degree in policy or building skills. It's an endless section, so be smart about what are requirements and what are preferences. If you have a year to prepare, I completed a micromasters in Data Economics and Design of Policy from MIT that I recommend as a very thorough program, but it took a lot of time, effort, and dedication. You'll learn from 2 economics Nobel laureates, and they cover the design of randomized experiments and statistics behind it. That will be useful as all tech companies have A/B testing and experimentation. Remember to take a break. Don't stress yourself in the journey of preparation and focus on topics that interest you. Hopefully, all this reading does not feel like work, but a journey that builds confidence. If you have done the work, you know a lot about this industry now. The last section is a breeze following topical conversations in the industry. At this moment, a lot of topical conversation is about AI. Both the physics and the chemistry Nobel Prizes went to discovery and application of AI. And our industry will also see a lot of changes. If you are academic minded, there are now trust and safety journals, and Stanford runs a research conference that has a lot of information. Attending conference is a great way to learn about what's trending in the space. TrustCon is a big one I recommend, and you could also consider Marketplace Risk and MRC if risk and fraud interests you more. There are a lot of local events and webinars happening. You will learn about them by following a lot of contributors. Search for trust and safety posts on LinkedIn, and the resources in section 1 also has a lot of links to contributors. I suggest following them and signing up for newsletters. The Integrity Institute with Alice mentioned before has a podcast that I've heard before, but they also post links to others that come up. If you are in technology, look for open source projects in the trust and safety field. Search for the Tech Coalition website. It has a lot of useful resources. There are news articles that cover moderation decisions, especially in an election year. Make sure to follow those as they shape the public view of trust and safety teams in unique ways. That was a lot, but this will make you a more prepared practitioner and get you closer to the role you want. Now, if you're just getting started in your career, here is how I would approach the preparation. In the description, I have added 50 resources that should help you get started. Certifications are a good way to signal knowledge. Some of these have free material that will be helpful in your preparation. And remember, you don't need to be the best at everything. Next, we'll look at tactical ways to land an interview. See you in the next one.